Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Constitution Day. We reflect the meaning of this day and how it all began. Also tonight, the public voices their thoughts on this special holiday. And we take a deeper look into the 2020 research mission that will take place throughout the archipelago. In sports, tradition is renewed with the relaunching of the biggest, baddest bike race around. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Holidays happening at Docomo Pacific's Red Friday. Purchase select phones on our popular Now program and choose a free gift, like free wireless earphones or huge discounts on the latest smartwatch. Prepaid friends get free load with select prepaid phones. And get a chance to win a Nintendo Switch when you take a selfie with our new AI dog, Spark. Come in for a happening holiday now. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
I'd like to wish the entire CNMI happy holidays from Office of Vocational Rehabilitation as well as Office of the Governor.
I just want to wish everyone in the CNMI, my friends, my family, and those I've not even met yet, a very meaningful Christmas this year.
Hafa Day, Tirwami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Welcome to the Monday edition of the Channel 2 News. Today is December 9th, 2019. Government offices are closed as well as public schools in recognition of Constitution Day. We speak with someone who was here 43 years ago and remembers that fateful day.
Constitution Day means that the folks here in the CNMI enjoys the finished product of the Constitution that was put together by the Constitutional Convention. Our own people here convened and passed a Constitution for the local CNMI government.
It was 43 years ago, 1976, right here in this building at the Mount Carmel Gym, where the Commonwealth Constitution was signed, the qualifying legal document and the foundation for its government for now and the future. The Commonwealth Constitution was drafted by 39 elected delegates. David Sablon was here on that significant day and remembers what it felt like to have the CNMI Constitution created.
It was rather strange because these are the sort of stuff that we are fresh into it, and the people here needed to learn more about what is Constitution. And quite frankly, it's going to take a little while for many of us to fully understand what Constitution is all about, but as a reflection, we'll look at the U.S. Constitution and see how we pair with them. And of course, the whole idea, since we are now U.S. citizens, we must first look at the U.S. Constitution and make sure that we comply with both Constitution, U.S. as well as our own. We have our own Constitution here, and we must study it and comply with it.
There was no ceremony today for this holiday, and Sablon says it may have slipped away from some people's memory, including his.
It appears as though it slipped in people's mind here. And the only thing that I can see right now in passing, I live on the other side of the hill, and every day I pass through Capitol Hill. Today, I looked over the parking lot, and there was no car. So I asked my wife, I said, what happened? Is there another austerity day? And she says, no, today is Constitution Day. So God bless. Now I know. But I think that we should do something meaningful, because this is the birth of our CNMI.
The Constitution was ratified by voters on March 6, 1977, and on January 9, 1978, the CNMI Constitution became effective. Sablon says how we should celebrate this day.
We should definitely do something to at least drum our way through the Constitution Day, to memorialize the Constitution that was accorded to us, knowing that we are surrounded by non-democratic system of governments, and I think that we ourselves must stand strong as a democratic system of government and celebrate Constitution Day.
The preamble reads, "We, the people of the Northern Mariana Islands, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom, ordain and establish this Constitution as the embodiment of our traditions and hopes for our Commonwealth in political union with the United States of America." And our Sally Lemus is out in the community asking people what this significant holiday means to them. Sally?
So do you know what the holiday it is today?
What holiday is it?
It's Constitution Day.
Okay.
Today is, wait, I got it. Just give me one moment. Today is, wait.
So do you know what holiday it is today?
No.
Okay, it's Constitution Day.
Constitution Day, okay.
All right. Do you know anything about today's holiday?
No.
So are you aware that it is Constitution Day?
No. Honestly, I don't know if it's today's a holiday.
What's today's holiday?
It's actually Constitution Day.
Oh.
Today, the CNMI celebrates Constitution Day. And well, not everyone remembered, but they do say it is an important day to be recognized by the people.
I think it's an important day because this is America, and that's Constitution is what makes America, keeps us our freedoms, make sure that we live in peace. And so, of course, the Constitution has a big effect on many lives, and it will have effect of many lives in other countries as well.
Giving rights to the people of the CNMI. That's first and foremost, right?
Well, it was the Constitution that set up our government, right? Started the Commonwealth.
Do you think it's an important holiday to recognize?
Of course. And that's the beginning of our government that got us to be part of the American political family.
Well, first of all, it's the aftermath of the covenant negotiation. They gave us the opportunity or the privilege to establish our self-government by constitution as a constitutional government, and of course democratic, and it's meaningful because that's the important steps of being a democratic and a United States part of the United States political family. So, and I guess we should celebrate it in a very solemn and fitting ways, but I don't know if there's any official celebration. People seems to be taking it for granted that it's a regular holiday, but it should be more of significance, holiday night to the Commonwealth people, all of us in the Commonwealth. But I don't know, it's depend on the leadership, I guess, to take the lead to have a fitting and proper celebration.
And to some, they were glad to have the day off.
Okay, so how are you spending today's holiday?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the post and then gonna take the kids down to the beach and enjoy.
So how are you spending the holiday?
I'm gonna hang out with friends.
Anything that doesn't involve working on that day and just going to the beach and barbecuing, or feel like,
With the family, solemnly, quietly. That's good, no?
This is Sally Lemus for KSPN News.
And more tonight in our interview with NOAA. Our Chris Nelson is with Dr. Evan Howell, who is planning a 2020 research mission throughout the archipelago.
I think that we've started to see a lot more variability in the temperature, more extremes in the temperature. So trying to understand what specific coral species are more resilient, what are more impacted by some of these extreme temperatures is something that's of interest to see. And I think for us, a lot of the mapping, especially the habitat mapping, we've got some information from the past, about 10 years ago, but a lot of it is still exploratory. So that new information, it's like almost archaeology or the Indiana Jones type of things, really trying to see things for the first time.
Will you take some local partners up on the ship with you?
Yes, and that's part of what we've been trying to do over the last couple of days is to really identify what are the specific things that you're interested in. We have different partners now looking at possibly coming out on the habitat mapping cruises because they're looking at some of that remote sensing or sensing from space to identify how they can come up with habitat. So we've got not as much space as we've had in the past because it's a different vessel. But we've also got different missions, so we might have more partners with maybe less spaces. But that's what we're working out this week, is getting some interest together.
How many days will the mission be?
So we're probably over a 5-month period. We're looking to come out in April, and we'll be back in September. I think that we're looking at about 100 sea days that we'll cover, split over time. The ship is a little bit smaller than the ship that used to come out in the past. So the range of distance is a little bit smaller. So what will happen is you'll see the ship come back to port more often to change people in and out. The positive of that is that more people can do shorter legs. Sometimes it's hard to get people to come out for a long period of time. But we will be out here for a pretty substantial amount of time next year.
Thank you, Chris. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation is going electronic. It's called the Electronic Vital Registration System, where over the next several months, the software vendor Axial ALM Incorporated will be establishing an electronic system for vital statistics of birth, death, and fetal death registries in the CNMI, according to a release from CHCC. This will decrease reliance on paper forms for health and vital statistics. Improvements include the ability to transmit birth and death data to the National Center for Health Statistics, increase security and fraud prevention, allow for participation in the exchange of information with state and federal agencies, and much more. The release states the Tinian Health Center and the Rhoda Health Center will have immediate access to the program as well. The EVRS is expected to be completed in 2020. Coming up, a broad selection of words are thrown out to a group of PSS students for the 2019 Spelling Bee. Who will win? Find out after the break.
Being able to just communicate with each other was the best experience, so that everybody can actually be assured that, family members are safe, co-workers are safe, whether it be on Tinian, whether it be on Rhoda, or whether it be on Saipan. Since then and now, IT&E has been there and has been reliable. Afade, my name is Ray, and I'm with the network that works.
Let's roll at Gold's Gym Saipan with group exercise for every body. Total Resistant Exercise, or TRX, helps develop your core and improve strength. And Zumba toning is probably the funnest way to get fit. The Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplements. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Well,
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at SaipanTV.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do. Restaurants, spas, activities, and culture. It's all in one place, in high definition, on your mobile device. SaipanTV.com. Check it out.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Distal, do you know how to spell that? That was the word that determined who won the 2019 PSS Spelling Bee. Here is a Sights and Sounds by photojournalist Delbert Camacho.
John first.
JODHPURS Hyperion 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 Jobs DROPSOND Jobs Marianas MERRIMACK Marianas Diaphoresis DIAPHORESIS
Lasco LASCAUX Lasco
CONSPIRATOR Impel 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 Giddiness 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 Positivity POSITIVITY Positivity
Accessible ACCESSIBLE
Distal.
DISTAL
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Distal is spelled DISTAL. The word is transmute.
Transmute TRANSMUTE
The word is clientele.
Clientele CLIENTALE
Congratulations. Number 16, Daisylin Camacho from Olea Elementary School. You are the spelling bee champion.
It's like my first time, and I love spelling bee, even though it's headache. It was very hard, but fun. I want to thank for my mom and my tita Anna.
What's the name of your mom?
Jackie.
Your tita Anna. Last name?
Jamaica.
Well, that's pretty good. I don't even know how to spell KSPN. All right, coming up, controversy mars an otherwise fine race day. We'll have the story of the missed turnoff next.
Holidays happening at Docomo Pacific's Red Friday. Purchase select phones on our popular Now program and choose a free gift, like free wireless earphones or huge discounts on the latest smartwatch. prepaid friends get free load with select prepaid phones. And get a chance to win a Nintendo Switch when you take a selfie with our new AI dog, Spark. Come in for a happening holiday now. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 2 Health Talk. I'm Dr. Tony Stearns of Marianas Medical Center. One of the most important things we can do as parents is to teach our children healthy living and healthy habits, and to make sure they have a safe and healthy environment to grow up in. This process should really begin before and during pregnancy, but let's focus tonight on what begins the day you take your child home from the hospital, ideally riding in an approved and properly installed car seat. Here are some simple tips that can make a huge difference in the lifelong health and success of your child. Many child care experts believe that the most important lesson you can teach your child is how to eat healthy. It's the key to lifelong health and longevity, and it's your responsibility as parents to set a healthy example. If you don't eat healthy foods, you can't expect your kids to. Read to your child a lot, ideally for at least 15 minutes a couple of times every day. Daily reading helps develop language and communication skills, and studies show that children who are read to every day do better in school and are more successful in life. Turn off the television and other electronic devices. Experts recommend no television or videos or electronic games before the age of 2 years. That's right, no television or videos before the age of 2. None, including Baby Einstein and similar programs. Kids need to interact face-to-face with other humans to learn important language and other interpersonal skills, and the first 2 years of life are critical for this development. Just turn off the TV and interact with your child. Encourage your child to be physically active and foster lifelong interest in sports and other activities. Make sure your child has a safe environment. Accidents are the leading cause of death and injury for infants, children, and teenagers. Also, always make sure your child is appropriately restrained in your car. Finally, make sure your child gets plenty of rest. By following these simple tips, you can help ensure that your child grows and develops into a healthy adult with lifelong skills and habits that are the best way to remain healthy and prevent disease, to be successful, and to live a long life. Thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Tony Stearns of Marianas Medical Center. Please join me again next week and have a healthy week.
Merry Christmas to all the families out there. Hope you enjoy your Christmas, have fun.
Merry Christmas to my family here on Saipan, Maria, Casey, and to my son Cole in Wisconsin.
I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, and Merry Christmas to my mom and my dad. Merry Christmas, Sinamai.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, the 12th Hell of the Marianas turned out to be heaven for some riders, hell for others. The 100-kilometer Century Cycle Race Saturday saw Saipan's weekend warriors sharing the road with top-performing visitors. Dawn cracked like a soft-boiled egg over the cliffs of Marpy as riders prepped before the start of this pre-sunrise race. Kathy Rizal and Kim McCakin, they were ready to roll. What did you do to get ready for this race?
Sleep. Best thing to get ready.
Sleep. The secret. All right. What's that?
It's the Endurolite pills. Avoid getting cramps.
Is that legal?
Yes. So you can take 2 pills per hour. So 48 a day. It's legal.
And it's all legal?
Yes.
Wow. Or it will be legal someday. Japet Puckman wasn't feeling well, but he sucked it up anyway.
I don't think so, because at this time I got sick. So
You're sick?
I got sick.
When? Last night?
Since last Thanksgiving, last
all right,
last Friday. So,
but you're gonna give it your all.
So I gave my best. I just gave my best.
All right.
Good luck for everybody.
That rider needed better luck, that's for sure. He fell down and the race hadn't even started. He did get up, maybe though not as confident as before. Kanai Quinn's a Saipan regular who knows what's really important. How you feel about joining this international group, wearing your CNMI color?
Oh gosh, I represent CNMI. I'm so happy about this. I'm doing a team with Heather Kennedy, so we're gonna have fun today. It's a lot about racing our fast, it's about having fun, and of course being safe.
Here's an important announcement that not everyone heard or understood.
Once they hit the Cagman Peninsula, they will make a U-turn at the Laula Bay Golf Resort.
126 riders, let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go! Stay safe, stay safe. Right on, let's go, guys. All right.
You're looking good. You're looking good. Good start.
Early morning rain slickened the asphalt, creating potential pitfalls. But the sun burst out, and the sunbeams quickly dried the course, setting up ideal conditions. Well, not everything was ideal. The finish line blew down. Balloon engineers were called to get it back up, and they fixed it just in time for 5 riders to finish 13 minutes before the leader was expected. What?
Information we got, the biker did not make it down to Laulao.
Instead of winning like he thought, Spaniard Edgar Nieto, who lives in the Philippines, missed the turn and was disqualified.
What happened? From Spain,
I really don't know.
Nieto,
because now they say disqualified.
Australian.
All riders disqualified because we follow all the motorbikes on the points, and they say disqualified. More than 5-6 riders get disqualified because they miss the road. Maybe the fault is not only from the rider.
European Kevin Biffiger, a former pro motocross racer, had no such issues. He's the real winner in 2 hours and 57 minutes.
Tough, very tough. But nice race.
Any trouble with the hills?
It's all about pacing yourself. All about pacing yourself. Get on the good break at the start and just work hard the first half of the race and then pacing yourself up the hills. And even if people go away, you just catch them, and that was good.
You had a police escort the whole way?
Yeah, pretty much the whole way.
Because these are guys who were behind and they missed a turn. And
I don't know why they missed the turn. That was clear. It was easy to know that we have to go down that hill, around the golf course and back. So I don't know what to say.
Marco Poli from Slovenia comes in 4 minutes later for second. First female finisher, Laura Nadeau from Guam in 3 hours, 27 minutes. She's already ready for next week's big Guam bike race.
That's a great race. Thankfully, it's nothing, or it's not as hard compared to Hell of the Marianas, so I'm excited about that.
Beautiful place, and indeed, turned up yesterday. Bit of a big journey to arrive. Our flight's been cancelled. We got here 2 days later. I got here yesterday morning at 3 a.m. Built the bike. My bike was bent. My bars were broken, so I had to fix my bike.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Snorkeling, kayaking, mountain biking, off-roading, go-karting, and great hiking. Choose Marianas Trekking for great adventure tours. We have the greatest guides who always offer more. And our mascot Emma will guide you on some fun. Marianas Trekking is great for everyone.
Today's high 84, the low 71. That's the lowest we've had all year, I do believe. 88% humidity tomorrow. Partly cloudy, isolated showers. Winds light and variable. High 86, low 75. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sunrise 6:32. A high tide 7:02. Low tide at 12:24, and then sunset at 5:47.
Thank you, Bob, for that weather report. That looks like a pretty intense bike
Oh
race.
boy, what an effort that takes. I don't know how many calories they burn, but that's 3, 4, 5, even 6 hours of riding, and about half of that is uphill.
Yeah.
So,
I can honestly say I would not be able to do that, but I haven't trained for something like that. I guess maybe if you train for
well,
a
I
while.
could do it, but I have to film it, so I don't.
See, now you can't participate because you have to film. We need somebody filming it. You're the man.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Constitution Day, the 3 big holidays of the year.
Yeah, that's true. And today is the Constitution Day. Some may not have known that, but a very important day, I'd say, for the CNN.
All right. Back to work, everybody, tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your evening.
See ya.